Hey people, what's going on? It's Jamil, and I'm really excited about these courses I'm setting up. I'm setting up courses for celebrities. Now, I want to tell you something. First and foremost, gang stalking applies to everybody. You can be anybody. Again, the former head of the Los Angeles FBI, Ted Gunderson, who was the head of the LA FBI for over 20 years, got gang stalked. So anybody can get gang stalked. A president can be gang stalked. Somebody who's running for president can be gang stalked. It can happen to anybody. Now, I just got through talking to my client, and my client was suggesting to me to try to get a book together. Try to get a movie together on Lifetime. No one out there is helping people with gang stalking, and it's an international issue. It's a human rights issue. And after doing an interview with a human rights group, PACT International, I realized that there's nobody setting up anything for anybody. Which brings me to this: setting up courses for celebrities. I think Hollywood, as gang stalking is notorious there, and it happens to all kinds of people there. But no celebrity has stood up and said anything about it. I'm offering courses, $50 a week, starting at $50 a week. How you can grind through it and beat it. Now, my story is unique. I'm the only person in the world. Jamil Raw is the only person in the world who ever did it and got away with it. I went through many years of conspiracy research. And it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I really started laying interviews down. And I realized something. When you speak, people listen. And so as I'm putting interviews out, and especially the last couple of years, I'm putting many, many interviews out about my thoughts and concepts about government cover-ups involving Jonestown, the Manson family, etc., etc., I'm not realizing that these people are listening to me intently, but I know I'm being heard. Now, what happened was the top fraternal orders and secret societies in the world heard me. And some of them want to see, can this guy break a level of deception? What can he do? It came to a point to where I was set up to be killed in Hollywood, California. Right off Hollywood Boulevard. Right off Hollywood and Whitley. Okay? I was at Motel 6. And, right there on the Walk of Fame, baby. Right there on the Walk of Fame. And it happened there that I slipped out of it miraculously. Okay? There's a much detailed story. Okay? But I walked up to a man who was ringleading it, and he looked at me. At that point, they decided that I wasn't a serious enough threat to terminate me right then and there. But everything was in position. He had to call it off. Okay, after he called it off, I was able to go about my business. I came back to Michigan, and I started running my mouth. Again, not just about conspiracies, but about what had happened, how I had been in a life-threatening situation, I didn't say as much as I could have, but I said enough. Now these people are really pissed. Not only was he doing his conspiracy stuff, but now he comes out here. I actually got to meet the secret societies in person. I actually got to meet these people in person. Now he knows who we are. And then he finds out we tried to set him up and kill him. And then he's still running his mouth. And so it was a really interesting situation. Now this is right off Hollywood Boulevard, right? And so then after I come back to Michigan, I end up in the gang stalking program. After a year of grinding through it, I beat it, especially in the last few months. Okay? Now there's people who've been going through for 30 years who haven't been able to perfect the methods that I use to beat it. I just randomly started going up to people, talking to them, giving them flyers, telling them who I am, and eventually I grinded out of it. And it changed me for the better. Everything is better about me. My physical health is better. The way I take care of myself is better. My interest in things are better. I was no longer interested. I wasn't interested in women at all. And now my interest in women has shot up. My taste in women has shot up. A whole bunch of things. And my life is way better now than it was before gang stalking started. I stopped drinking alcohol. I stopped smoking cigarettes. And so everything's gotten better. And so what I want to do now is help those people in Hollywood who are going through gang stalking to show you can be an actor or an actress or a musician and not just beat gang stalking. You can be a better actor, a better actress, a better musician. Okay? If you're over there at Warner Brothers, somewhere in Burbank, and you're a manager, a production manager, or a director, or whatever you're doing, if you cannot afford for one of your employees or your actor or your actress to be gang stalked, but you can't call it off, you can send me in. Maybe you can't call it off, but you can send me in, and I can make sure things get done properly. And there's no time delay, there's no games, there's no nothing. I live right next to the airport. All you gotta do is just let me know. And I'll come right there, come right to where you are. We'll take care of it. Boom, I'll be right back home. I live in Norton Shores, Michigan. Right? And so, now things happen in Hollywood. Like Martin Lawrence running down the street with a gun saying they're trying to kill him. Britney Spears. What happened to Cat Williams? I see this stuff. And from my experience of gang stalking, I know what's going on. I know about it. I know I can see right through it. So just get a hold of me. And I'm telling you, I have no children. I'm single, living at my mother's house. No car. And because I had no car, I had to get up at 3 in the morning and walk to a neighboring city, Grand Haven. And that was like 15, 20 miles. I had to walk there and back by myself. And the whole time I had a jump rope, and I'm hitting the jump rope, and I still use the jump rope now. I'm getting better at it. I can run in place. I can do it on 1 foot. I can do all this stuff. All because I beat gang stalking. You know? We got to do a thing on Jamil Rawls before and after. Before I gotta lay some stuff down about me before gang stalking and after gang stalking, because I can't even compare my life. My slate's been wiped clean. Spiritually, psychologically, the person I was even 2 weeks ago. Every day is about separation. I'm separating myself from the person I was the day before. I don't even notice myself. After 2-3 days, I'm a completely different person. And I've gotten to the point where the gang stalking program, they still use stuff. They use helicopters. They use all sorts of stuff against me. Whatever they have or whatever they use is basically leftovers. There's nothing they have. I've grinded through everything. The only thing they have left is they use sexy females to try to entice me or lure me. And that's helped me even more. Now I really want to get out there to Hollywood and talk and help the celebrities and stuff, because I know the people out there keep beautiful ladies in their company and stuff. So I'm really excited about it. So just contact me, Jamil Rawls, Jameel, 2 E's for a double dose, at Jamil Rawls at gang stalking. No, Jamil Rawls VS. Jamil Rawls VS versus gang stalking at Gmail. And I know all about Hollywood. I used to go out there every single year and take tours. You know, up and down Hollywood Boulevard. I know half the people. If you were to take me and pull me up and show all the tour guides on Hollywood Boulevard my picture, and they'd say, "I know him. I know him. This guy he's all here every year. What did he do wrong?" And just see, they know me. I used to drive through Beverly Hills over and over again on those tours. Hugh Hefner's house. I had the girls work the Playboy Mansion. I had the girls yelling to us past the gate. I was talking to them. I had Tom Cruise's house, Dr. Phil's house. I remember at Dr. Phil's house I saw a woman in the window one time, and I said, "Hey, that's his alter ego." That's his and so I just love it. But I love the older Hollywood, the Laurel Canyon. The Mamas and Papas, the Byrds, Jimi Hendrix, the Beach Boys over there in Rustic Canyon. They used to be over there in Rustic Canyon, Topanga Canyon. I studied the Charles Manson conspiracy thoroughly. I don't think there's anybody who really knows as much as I do. I mean, except for the people who are intimately involved in it. I went past what normal people will go to find out. And when I did that, I learned everything about everything about the 60s and the Laurel Canyon area. I know more. It gets to the point where I know more about the 60s than people actually lived it. And so, I'm right there. When I talk about Hollywood, I'm not talking about what's going on now. I'm talking about the old Bugsy Siegel Hollywood. Where he was running his show up in the Hollywood Hills. I'm talking about the real stuff. And so when you get Jamil Rawls to come hang out with you and help you beat gang stalking, you're getting somebody who already knows a little bit about things. Okay? And somebody who already knows a little bit about things, and somebody who's going to keep their mouth shut for you about things. And so that's one of the biggest lessons I learned from conspiracy. If you know something that the public is not supposed to know, be quiet. And so I think it's an act of God that I'm here. And I don't know how the secret societies feel, but I don't got a problem with anybody, man. I'm just trying to grind this out and help people beat gang stalking. I'm not trying to expose the private security sector or come up with something that's going to damage somebody. I'm just trying to help people make a better life for themselves. You know, the American dream. You know what I'm talking about? And for $50 a week, of course, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. I mean, if you're a celebrity, you know, we can work something even better out. But you just talk to my client. My client ain't about no games. My client's a very upscale woman who is a New York PhD. Boy, it's a really interesting situation. I already got my client passing out flyers, confronting people. Before, my client was scared to leave. Now my client's confronting gang stalkers at 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? So you know the Jamil Rawls strategy always works no matter what. We always keep the ball rolling no matter what. So just hit me up. You know, just hit me up. And I'm down to earth. You know, I'm a right brain creative type of person. I have some intellectual perspectives I can attach onto. You know, so if you're talking to me about something historical or you're asking me about something that's current on the news, I give you a pretty well-rounded answer. So just hit me up, JamilRawls@gangStalking@gmail.com. All right.